And so the curtain rises on another season here in the Simulation Soccer League. And with the start of the season, as always, questions abound. Will AC Romana be able to defend their title? Will Reykjavik United resume their dominance? Will the youth movement in Hollywood continue to bear fruit? And at the end of it all, who will be crowned Season 15 Major Division champion? We've got the whole season to find out, but that season, of course, starts here. Hello, everyone. I am Metafiction, and as always, we have a very entertaining set of matchups for you today, starting off with Catalunya versus Sao Paulo. It's going to be a very exciting season. You can just feel it in the air. And of the teams that could have gotten started, these are certainly prime candidates, certainly very exciting in their own right. It will be Sao Paulo starting us off, left to right in the white and black. Catalunya in the red and yellow. I didn't comment on the Sao Paulo formation, but it is certainly very unorthodox, shall we say. We've seen formations without midfields work somewhat, without center midfielders. Cymru Hoiger made it work fairly well in the World Simulation Football Classic, but it remains to be seen whether Sao Paulo will make it work as Hugh Mann stands in a corner for Catalunya. Budget Busquets sends that ball well over the bar. Only Sao Paulo with a lot of room to improve after last season. The Stains through to man, and Bailey Deali! Bailey Deali has scored the first goal of the season if it stands. VAR having a look, and it will indeed stand. The first goal of SSL Season 15, scored by Catalunya's Bailey Deali. Stains played the ball to man, who laid it off first time for Deali. And Deali with a strong finish. We see the replay there just onside. Came in off the post, beat Urkel in goal. And that is one heck of a way to start the season for CF Catalunya. College now standing in a corner, but Neuer claims it. Well, I said it was going to be an exciting season, and within roughly 15 minutes, we've already had the first goal. Promises to be a wild ride as Hugh Mann with the through ball. And Dalo ruled offside. Shot going wide angle. As I said, Sao Paulo looking to improve on the rather lackluster season they had this past season in Season 14. Not off to the greatest starts, though, as Mann's corner sent back out. Busquets had another shot that's blocked. Out wide to Mann, who is offside. And when you're coming forward again, here is Stains, centered it, looking for Dell, who had a very strong shot pushed behind by Urkel for another corner. And finds Stains at the edge of the area. Deali has a go from range, and another save from Urkel. Stains again, and Stains has absolutely lashed it into the top corner. Well, it's a very worked goal from the corner kick. Stains was in plenty of space outside the box. And what a finish. What a finish for Stains and for Catalunya. Here's Habjanic, but Ryan dispossesses, almost breaks up the move. Now Ryan's sending it long, but can't quite get it to a teammate. Here is Lexington now. Daly, though, poking the ball free. And now Catalunya coming forward again. Delo to Staines. Staines centering it. Tried to find Deali. Does bend back with Staines. Here is Maple. Maple with a long-range shot, and it's 3 for Catalunya. Well, Catalunya have come out the gates firing on all cylinders here. Staines got onto the loose ball, found Maple, and it's another long-range finish. And a brilliant one at that. And for Sao Paulo, it's as though last season never ended. They're in a really deep hole now to start this season. Kamanova to Staines. Tried to center it to Deali, but Genkal got in front of it. Now Delo to Deali. Ryan out on the far touchline. Centers it for Busquets and got a little too much under that. And as we approach halftime, Catalunya very much in the driver's seat here. Neuer with the very long ball. Nearly got to Deali. Delo does get it as it stands. Staines to Maple. Looking to make it 4, and it's saved by Urkel. Some very good reflexes by the Sao Paulo goalkeeper to save that shot. Delo to Staines again. Staines trying to cross for Maple. That's pushed onto the bar. And only now does the threat end. It is Tortellini trying to counter for Sao Paulo, but will not have enough time, as that is the halftime whistle. And CF Catalunya absolutely dominant in that first half, despite having less of the ball, have had all of the dangerous chances and have put 3 of them in the back of the net. Special credit to Hugh Mann for 2 assists. And now Sao Paulo have it all to do in the second half if they want to salvage anything from this opening match. Catalunya kicking us off here in the second half, going left to right. And that was Tenderloin coming in on the back of the Sao Paulo player and being penalized for it. No booking, but certainly a foul. There's Ryan for Catalunya, dribbling past Abjanic, and forced over again by Urkel. Man's corner, this time headed over the bar. And it has to be said, despite conceding 3 goals, Steven Urkel in goal for Sao Paulo has made some fairly impressive saves. And here is a chance now for Sao Paulo. It's Selic to take the corner. Lund, back to Selic. Going into the center of the box, and Neuer able to push it away from goal. As we pass the 60-minute mark, Catalunya continuing to hold serve here. Sao Paulo have had a couple more chances, but nothing really helpful here. Although here is a huge blow for Catalunya in the closing stages of this match, as Dogwood Maple forced off with injury. Should be healthy in time for next match, but in the meantime, they will have to make do with the super sub. Here is And that was Delo with a finish potentially from close range, but it's deflected behind. And it's Donnarumma who makes it 4-0 to Catalunya. Well, it's another goal off of a corner kick. Hugh Mann getting the delivery absolutely spot on all day. And this time it's Donnarumma who profits from it. And now Tenderloin intercepting the free kick. Here is the super sub for Catalunya. Tenderloin dribbling into the box, but it's sent clear by Justinison. Deali from range. And another strong save from Merkel. Man, delivering another corner. Here's Ryan. Squares it and couldn't find anybody. Looked like it was aiming for Delo, but the pass wasn't quite right. Justinison sends it back. Now Mayhem forward, trying to find Habjanic, but defender there, Tenderloin, able to cut it out. Now Catalunya with another attack on here. Here's Delo, dueling with Brisky, squares to Deali. And Deali sends it well wide. Catalunya not content with 4, looking for more. And Staines getting onto the end of that. Here is Delo. Back to Staines. Staines right at Steven Urkel. Well, less than 10 minutes to go. You'd be hard-pressed to suggest Sao Paulo can get anything from this match, but certainly stranger things have happened in this league. Selic plays it off of Kaminova. Squares it, and it's in the back of the net from Alexander Selic. And Sao Paulo at least have one back. Even if equalizing is a bit of a tall order, they'll at least relish in having broken the clean sheet of Manuel Neuer in goal. What a finish by Selic. Just cutting inside and sending it far post. A very strong shot there from the front player for Sao Paulo. Here now, though, is Ryan squaring it, and Urkel there to claim. And another Catalunya attack brewing here. Here is Staines trying to chip Urkel, but ends up going high. Time winding down. Catalunya certainly content to see this one out. 4 minutes of stoppage time have already more or less evaporated. Man, trying to stand it out wide for Staines, but overhits it. And that is that. And Camp de la Industria sees the home team recording an opening day victory. It is CF Catalunya 1, União Sao Paulo 1. Excuse me, CF Catalunya 4, União Sao Paulo 1. Wesley Staines, your player of the match there, with a goal and an assist. Special mention, of course, to Hugh Mann with 2 assists from corners. Certainly the set pieces paying off for Catalunya on this occasion. And it's 4-1 from Barcelona in favor of CF Catalunya. Next up, we see our defending SSL Major League champions, AC Romana, in action against CA Buenos Aires. AC Romana, of course, winning last season's Major League title, breaking the streak of Reykjavik United. And now it is the Romans who are entering the season as the incumbents. Will they be able to start a dynasty of their own? That is the question that faces us. Is a 4-2-4 for Romana, a 4-3-3 for Buenos Aires. Going to be a very interesting clash of styles with that extra striker for Romana against the defensive midfielder there for Buenos Aires. And it is the visiting team in Buenos Aires that start us off in the orange and black. Romana, of course, in the purple and gold. It's a very strong season, of course, for Romana last season, winning the title, but then just a little bit ago, defeated in the SSL Shield to open the season by Tokyo SC, the cup winners from last season. Certainly not the ideal way to start your title defense, but they'll be eager to banish any lingering discontent from that, any questions, as here is Pascal Anneviere heading home the chance from Ballon de Fleur. Well, de Fleur dribbled it up the far flank, had the beating of Harrison there, floated in the cross, Anneviere in just the right place, leaping above Knight and putting the ball across the line. It is AC Romana 1, Buenos Aires 0, and it was almost AC Romana 2 there, courtesy of Kimo Atu, but the shot goes well over the bar. Anneviere trying to lunge in on Knight, but Knight just jinking out of the way. Tali, shot blocked. Here is Brooks Patron. Harrison had the beating of Kimo Atu there. Jerry, though, gets onto it. And now Kimo Atu releases Jerry. It's just Lynn. Jerry squaring it to Pinkman. And Pinkman missing it. Well, that is surprising. That was a very, very gaping chance for Pinkman there for Romana. And you can't put it in the net. Nunez, though, with the free kick and forces the save out of Misak Cabri for Buenos Aires. Jerry now to Anneviere. Anneviere to Kimo Atu and forced over by Cabri. Well, champions have wasted no time putting their stamp on this match as Jerry sends it in and Smart heads it over. Another throw in for Romana, deep in Buenos Aires territory. De Fleur. Dueling with Harrison. Back to Muller, and now De Fleur again. Into the center of the box, but the shot blocked. Munoz sending it up the field. Can Buenos Aires counter? Here's Bradford. Dives in a lot, snuffs it out. And it's another corner for Romana here. It falls to Jerry, who squares to Kimo Atu and lashes it past Cabri. And it's 2 for Romana. De Fleur's delivery had it clear. Jerry, though, able to find Kimo Atu, and everything lined up perfectly for that shot. Absolutely lasered into the back of the net by Kimo Atu. The champions are up 2-0 in the early going, though here is Tali Brooks Patron, and that's not going to get down to challenge the Heritage. Romana once again building an attack here as DeFleur, now challenged by Panda, sends it back to Muller. Kimoatu squares to Q, and Q's shot goes over the bar. Romana with all of the momentum right now. Buenos Aires have barely gotten a sniff in. Here's DeFleur with a corner. Jerry's shot blocked by Munoz. Kimoatu now sending it in long. But Vandersloot ends up with it. Now trying to spring something for Buenos Aires. Bradford over the top. Couldn't tell whether they were looking for Panda or Tally. Found neither in any case, but Panda wins it off of DeFleur. Here is Tally. Tally cutting into the center. And it does ping off of a Romana defender, so it will be a corner kick for Buenos Aires, taken by Brooks Patron here. Sent in and headed clear by Dives in a lot. Nunez tried to find Enevier, but couldn't quite get it right. Here is Muller, though. The midfielder strikes from range, and Cabri pushes it over the bar. Jerry sends in the corner. Found Dives in a lot, but another good save by Cabri there. DeFleur. Jerry to Kimoatu, and forces another save out of Cabri. This time the corner is sent clear, although DeFleur gets back to it. Dives in a lot, forced back. Enevier. This one headed clear by Guevara, and now here is Panda. Dueling with Dives in a lot, but can't get past them. Tali with the free kick. Looked dangerous, but ultimately doesn't find a friendly head. And now Enevier. Muller forward to Jerry, who tried to send it back to DeFleur, but Panda intercepts. Cabri now sends it long for Buenos Aires. Does end up back with Romana now. And here is DeFleur. Dribbling past Guevara, squaring it for Enevier. And AC Romana making a statement on the first match day of the season. DeFleur's cross looked like it took a bit of a touch off of Guevara. And Enevier in exactly the right place once again. And that is how it will go into the half. AC Romana 3, Buenos Aires 0. And the Romans picking up where they left off last season. Certainly a lot of eyes on this AC Romana team. If they hope to repeat, they're going to have some very stiff competition. But based on what we've seen thus far, they seem more than up for it. Any lingering doubts created by the SSL Shield appear to have been banished. And they are up 3-0 as we begin the second half. Enevier squaring it. But it takes deflections off of Buenos Aires. Romana passing it among their back half here. They do eventually find Nunez, who makes a run. Vandersloot just had more pace, but it doesn't matter because Nunez has squared it to Annevier, and Annevier has a hat trick. Well, what can you say? It's a strong cross from Nunez. Annevier making no mistake from short range. Third goal on the day, the fourth for Romana. DeFleur out to Jerry, to Kimoatu, and it's another goal for Vui Kimoatu. AC Romana absolutely rampant. Well, they worked it around the perimeter of the box. Kimoatu, once again, hitting it hard enough that Cabri can do nothing about it. And with less than 30 minutes to go, it is 5-0. They're going for another one. It's Jerry again, forcing another save out of Cabri. Annevier dispossessed by Munoz, and Annevier fouls in retaliation. Will be booked for that. Another corner for Romana with 20 minutes to play. The floor's corner headed out. Jerry squares to Kimoatu. Kimoatu on a hat trick, but forces another save out of Cabri. And once again, here is Kimoatu. And Cabri with another save. And it is surprising that Buenos Aires have not been able to defend this move as yet. Jerry sending it in, and Cabri holding on to it. Romana having a lot of success on that corner routine from the far side, where they send it to the edge of the box and pass it around the perimeter. And the referee has given a penalty here. Pinkman brought down in the box. VAR looking at it, advising the referee here. And no penalty. Well, it wasn't very clear from this angle whether that's a penalty-worthy foul or not, but Buenos Aires do breathe a sigh of relief there, though perhaps not for long. The floor was bombing up the near side, but dispossessed now. As here comes Talley, trying to fashion something, anything for Buenos Aires. Nothing doing. Bradford completely sealed up. And now Pinkman centers it. Lynn sending it away, though. There's Nunez squaring it. Jerry was in a good position, but couldn't quite get it in position. And now DeFleur being called over by the referee for that foul. And now DeFleur's name is taken. And is the fourth yellow card for AC Romana on the day. And with time ticking down, Romana in absolute control of this match. Only 1 minute of stoppage time. Brooks Patron, Vandersloot in the box. Back out to Harrison. Under pressure, sending it back. Kimoatu sending it clear. Harrison. And the referee blows for full time in Rome. And the reigning champions with an excellent beginning to their season. The hat trick from Pascal Annevier, supplemented by a brace from Vui Kimoatu. but it is Jerry with 2 assists who receives Player of the Match honors. Special recognition as well to DeFleur with 2 assists of their own. And for Buenos Aires, it's back to the drawing board here. Well, confirmation then, 5-0 to AC Romana on the first day of the season. The reigning champions beginning their defense of their league title. Certainly a long season to go, but they will like the way that they've started here. Now we move on to match 3 of today's slate, that being SFV Black Forest against Tokyo SC. Black Forest were one of the early title contenders, although they did eventually fade away later in the season. Coming in with the 3-4-2-1, might be the best way to phrase it. As for Tokyo, they'll come in with a 4-2-4, same as we saw in their victory in the SSL Shield just the other day. A match in which, it should be noted, they beat the reigning champions, AC Romana. Of course, Tokyo eligible for that Shield match by virtue of winning the SSL Cup for Season 14. We'll be looking to parlay that into league success this season. But of course, to do that, it will be a huge help to get a win on the road here in the heart of the Black Forest in Germany. Bull through ball to 44. Back to Whittington. Whittington getting past Kaido. Kaido blocks the shot. Torres with a lunging challenge. And the referee has ruled a penalty. Torres with that 2-footed challenge looked like they might have come into contact with a Schwarzwalder player. Referee and VAR having a look at it. And no penalty. No penalty is given. Torres' challenge was ruled not a foul. And that is a huge boost to Tokyo SC. That could have very easily been an early turning point in this match. There's Maximiliano, though, sending it right into Dabi Rube, who pushes it over the bar. Now Faradian with a corner for Schwarzwalder. Finds Hackett on the edge of the box. Back to Deanne. Maxwell. Jenkinger. Pushed back. And Maxwell sending it all the way back to Saran Satsral in goal. Jenkinger. Plinked to Deanne. 44 trying to head it down, but Kaido now getting onto the end of it. Adamu passing forward. Kennedy's first touch betrays him, though. And 44 sending it well over. That was very nearly a gift by Tokyo. But 44's uncharacteristic miss. It's a through ball to Hackett now, though. Hackett, one, and Rube with a save. And that was a very promising chance there for SFB. Here's Hackett on the edge of the box to Owen 44. And it's sent back. Well, Black Forest have come out of the traps faster, but certainly a lot of match to be played as Deanne sends in another corner. This one eventually headed clear, but does end up with 44. Squares it. And Greer clearing it. Whittington getting onto the end of it. But Kaido intercepting the pass. Finding Skyrise. Skyrise with a lot of space. Can't get it past Saran Satsral. Shinji Kaido with a corner for Tokyo SC here. It's headed up into the air. And Hood's header held by Saran Satsral. Another corner for Tokyo. Is Greer to take this time. Crossing in and finds the first person in Plink. But they do recover, though, and Torres with the shot that forces another save out of Saran Setsural. Tokyo now with a spell of pressure here. Another corner goes in. Hood with the header again. And ultimately it comes to nothing as Saran Setsural claims once more. It's a very cagey battle, this. The end to Häkkinen, 44 from range. Visser blocks, and Häkkinen had a shot from well outside the box, and it just whistled past the post. It looked like it had Rube beaten, but was alas off target. Winnington now. Kennedy wins the ball for Tokyo. Now Ibrahimovic. Ibrahimovic crossing to the center, trying to find the towering Sky Rise, but doesn't quite get there, and Saran Setsural with the safe hands. Sending it long now. And now Visser intercepting the pass forward for Peterson. Visser with the cross, and it's headed almost into the goal, but Saran Setsural with another fine save. Several very promising chances for both teams. It's just a matter of who breaks through first. Ball switched to Greer. Kaido trying the through ball to Rise. Rise in a lot of space. Rise! And Saran Setsural equal to the challenge once again. It's been a very strong game for Saran Setsural thus far. Torres now beating the defenders, and it's over the bar. And we will go into halftime with the scores 0-0. Well, Schwarzwalder came out swinging, but Tokyo able to even it up. It's a very fascinating match. Certainly a very tactical battle here. It might be that sort of match that whoever gets the first goal will have the advantage. Tokyo kicking us off in the second half. We're now kind of dispossessed by a strong challenge from Whittington. Speaking of Whittington, it's them with the throw-in. Maximiliano. Deanne. Cutting inside. Forces a save out of Rube. Ball does go to Whittington, though. And eventually forced back. Whittington into Bull. Maximiliano has a shot from distance, but Rube able to get to it. Now Kaido getting past Deanne. Rise, through ball to Ibrahimovic. And in a lot of space, one-on-one. And it's forced behind by Saran Setsural. Here is Greer. Corner comes in. Kaido had a shot, but blocked and dealt with by Plink. Peterson just gets past Kennedy. Sending it back to Häkkinen. Plink had a shot. So did Häkkinen. And Häkkinen's effort over the bar. Both of these teams putting on a very enthralling spectacle here. Deanne sending the free kick in. Maxwell to Häkkinen. All the way back to Peterson. Maximiliano immediately converged upon, but here is Peterson getting past Torres. Maximiliano. Deanne. Whittington. Whittington forces the save from Rube. And it's another SFE corner. As we reach the 60-minute mark, it is still 0-0. Deanne sends the corner in, and it's headed clear by Yannick Visser. Here's Maxwell. Peterson. Pressured by Kennedy. Into Maximiliano. Falls to Whittington. Whittington forces another save out of Rube. Peterson. And Maximiliano has the shot saved again by Rube. SFB putting some serious pressure on right now. Deanne and Rube able to relieve the tension by catching the ball out of the air. Whittington dueling with Greer. Crosses in. Food sends it clear. There's Whittington again. Gets past Greer. Into the box. Close range! Tamana Whittington has broken the deadlock! It was some very strong passing play. Maximiliano found Whittington, who surges past Greer. And Whittington just lashes it into the top of the net from a very tight angle. And is that the moment of quality that SFB needed to clinch this match? Tokyo needing to find that moment of quality to equalize. There's Visser, but dispossessed by Peterson, and Kennedy having a shot from far too far out. 20 minutes remaining. Schwarzwalder trying to hold on to this thin lead. Peterson dribbling into the box. Forces Rube, to make the save for another corner. Deanne finds Häkkinen, who sends it back. Deanne crossing to Maxwell. Plink's header, not quite of the import needed. Both teams have put on an absolute treat for us. But with time running down, Tokyo running out of options and running out of patience. And this header, 44 from very close range. And Rube just able to get in front of that. Deanne. Back to Häkkinen. Balls to Schenkinger, back to Maxwell. Finds Whittington again. The scorer, Heather Bull, was in position, but couldn't quite bring it under control. Kennedy tried to get around Häkkinen. Here is Greer sending in the cross. And it's Ibrahimovic who had the chance on goal, but headed it straight at Saransat's row. It will be a corner kick here in the closing stages for SFB. Could use a second goal to seal this one and nearly get it there. But Rube able to get over in time to make the save. Now sending it long. But it falls back with SFB. Greer passes past Bull to rise. But the pass from Kennedy, not quite good enough. Hakkinen to Bull. Peterson now tried the through ball, and it's 0-44. And if VAR lets this stand, that will be that. Oh, but it won't stand. They've ruled 0-44 is offside. You see the replay here. And on reflection, it is indeed clear and obvious. 0-44, well past the last defender there. But it won't make much difference as time seems to have run out for Tokyo SC in this match. They need to get the ball forward if they have any hope of equalizing, but the writing might be on the wall here for the Cup winners. There's Greer on the far flank, trying to get past Bull. And there is the final whistle. And Schwarzwalder coming out victorious in what was a very fascinating showdown between two potential contenders. It was the goal of Tamana Whittington that ultimately made the difference. That short-range finish after the excellent dribble into the goal area. Tamana Whittington, deservedly player of the match for that performance, for that goal. Tokyo SC certainly creditable in defeat, but defeated nonetheless. You never want to start your campaign with a loss, but a loss like that might be even harder to take. But for SFV, a very strong victory. And now we go to our final match of the day, featuring Reykjavik United, the former three-time champions. Well, 3 times in a row at least, against Hollywood FC. Hollywood FC, of course, with the concerted effort in recent prospect drafts to assemble a very talented young core of players. And we already saw last season that begin to bear fruit, thanks in large part to the performances of striker Gerd Klose, who does start today. Reykjavik, though, always a dangerous foe. The 3-time champions had, prior to last season, had lost only twice in their 3 seasons as champion. And it is Reykjavik who get us started here, going right to left in all green. Hollywood in white. Reykjavik certainly hoping to put last season behind them, as Chicken very nearly having a chance there, but Dieter sending it clear. Reykjavik with the slightly off-center 4-2-3-1 there. Chicken just playing off the right shoulder of their striker there. Here is Andrews. Andrews puts it past the keeper. And Henry Andrews has opened Reykjavik's account for the season inside 3 minutes. Well, Andrews beating Dexter Hall at the near post. And what a finish that was. Reykjavik with the early advantage here. Andrews now sending the ball in on the corner. Balls to Zizou Lapta, and Hall makes the save. Now another corner for Reykjavik. Furious Chicken. And it's sent clear by Scud Muffin. Well, back to Chicken. Chicken getting past the defender. The diver just meeting Martel with it. Tatayore to Furious Chicken. Chicken with a shot from long range. Hall pushing it behind. Rashford, the shot blocked by Dieter, and now Hollywood trying to counter. Rashford with the challenge on Dieter from behind. Seemed a little bit cynical from where I was sitting, and indeed, Rashford is booked for that. But the desired effect was achieved as Hollywood's break was broken. Speaking of breaks, here comes Andrews for Reykjavik. Ersov with the cross, and it's headed over the bar. Another corner from Reykjavik as Andrews sends it in. Hall able to hang on to it. Ends up with Cameron Bailey, but Ersov there to intercept the pass. Through ball to Andrews, challenged by the first overall pick, Cormier, and Rashford forcing a save out of Hall. That corner headed up into the air. Andrews getting ahead to it, but nothing doing. Chicken sends it to the edge of the area for Lofta. And Rashford puts it past Hall. And Reykjavik up 2-0. Well, more evidence of the focus on set pieces in recent seasons paying off. Lofta found Rashford in a lot of space just inside the box. And Nico Rashford with a powerful finish. And Reykjavik holding serve now. 2-0 advantage over Hollywood. Ten minutes to go until the half. Is Reykjavik once again trying to formulate an attack here. Sends it all the way back to Scarpetta. Now here is Chicken. Through ball to Lofta. Lofta in space. Hall with the save. Chicken's corner, and it's headed in, and it's bundled in by Felix Erisov. Well, I think it came off a Reykjavik head, or Erisov able to poke it in. You see the replay. It was Scarpetta who got ahead to it. Erisov just able to beat out Cormier at the near post. And Reykjavik with a 3-0 lead now, as time ticks down toward the end of the first half. And at halftime, Reykjavik United, with 12 shots on target, lead Hollywood FC 3-0 here at Lake Valerin. I hope that I pronounced that right. I apologize to anyone who speaks Icelandic out there if I got it wrong. A dominant performance thus far from Reykjavik United. Certainly hoping to reignite the performances that won them 3 titles in a row. Will their lost title last season have motivated them to reach even greater heights this time around? Based on the balance of that first 45 minutes, it might indeed be the case. Hollywood have started us off in the second half, going right to left. in the white and gold. As I mentioned at the top, this Hollywood side, very young, very inexperienced. But here is Muffin. Martel to Dieter. Dieter sending it back. Certainly not all of Hollywood's players are rookies, of course, but many, certainly a concerted effort to bring in the youngsters, so to speak, as Chicken forces a corner from Hall once again. The diver, Arasov to Lofta, blocked by Klose. But Hollywood certainly making a concerted effort to build through the prospect draft at the end of each season. And it's already borne fruit last season with a previous pick, Gerd Klose, recording 9 goals in their previous campaign. So certainly something is working at Hollywood, but it doesn't appear to be working at the moment, as Reykjavik still very much the dominant party in this match. Scarpetta from distance, and Jean-Claude Goddamn called, I believe, offside. Martel through ball to Klose. Well, I was just talking about Gerd Klose. The finish not there on this occasion, but and now here's Chicken with another free or corner kick for Reykjavik. And that one will come to nothing once again. Exeter Hall now sending it long. And once again, it falls to a Reykjavik player. It's Andrews trying to weave in and out of the Hollywood defense and having a shot, but Hall equal to it. "10 minutes to play, and the team from Iceland certainly strutting their stuff here. Once again establishing themselves as a force to be reckoned with, as Rashford takes the shot but was ruled offside. Andrews sends it back to the diver. Andrews to Rashford. Rashford dribbling past the defense, and Hall there again to parry it behind. Andrews trying to find the diver, but it is cleared into touch for a throw-in. Andrews will get another attempt here from the corner. This time, Lediver heading it over the bar. Yuri Lopta. Chicken with the through ball to Goddamn, and Jean-Claude Goddamn just missing. Well, it's 2 minutes of added time. And just like that, they've gone. Hollywood looking for at least a consolation goal, but it will be Reykjavik taking home the 3 points today. JCGD bringing it forward again, leaving it for Arasov. And there is the final whistle. Reykjavik United back to winning ways with a 3-0 victory over Hollywood FC. A strong start to the season as they hope to reclaim the crown they lost to AC Romana last season. Goals from Andrews, Rashford, and Arasov. And it is Arasov who is credited with the player of the match performance. Assists, of course, for Zizou Lopta and Sidney Ramirez. And based on the back of what we've seen today, it promises to be a very exciting season full of SSL action here in the Major League. Certainly the title contenders, the identity of our eventual winners is anybody's guess. But once again, we see the results from today. Catalunya opening the season with that strong 4-1 victory over União Sao Paulo. AC Romana making a huge statement with their 5-0 victory over Buenos Aires, featuring the hat trick from Pascal Enevier. Schwarzwalder prevailing in that tough victory over Tokyo SC, 1-0 there. And of course, we just saw Reykjavik United beating Hollywood FC 3-0. Well, that is it from me. Thank you for joining us for match day 1 of season 15 here in the SSL Major League. It's going to be a very fascinating season of ups, downs, lefts, rights, swings, roundabouts, and you know the rest. We hope you'll join us for the rest of the season, and until next time, I've been Metafiction. Take care, everyone.